Hello and welcome to another episode of Song Doers. I've got a riddle for you. What's the best podcast about people who do songs? That's right, Martha's comprehensive look into the interesting history of musical people. But there haven't been any new episodes of her podcast for months because Martha's in a coma and only no one knows the secret phrase to pull her out. So you're stuck with me in the following episode, which is Episode 18, Mitch Masters. Mitch was a card, an absolute motherfucking cut-up. He was known for his tomfoolery, his ability to make unusual facial expressions, and occasionally falling down purposefully in order to garner a laugh. So when Mitch went to a Toronto Blue Jays baseball game in 2023 and was shown on the Jumbotron, he felt uniquely prepared for this momentous opportunity. Mitch absolutely went for it and danced in a silly way, and the Jumbotron did not cut away. So he danced in an even sillier way, and the Jumbotron kept showing him, and people were clapping and hooting, so he kept dancing, eventually culminating in a silly move where he waved his arms over his head while shaking his head from side to side. The announcers, crowd, players, and stadium service staff were gobsmacked. Who was this amazingly quirky dancer? After the game, which the players rushed through in order to meet their new god, everyone wanted a piece of Mitch. That night, he got more invitations to parties than he ever got in any of the days of his life up until that point put together. 10 invitations. So Mitch kept going to baseball games. The Jumbotron kept showing him, and his popularity grew. He worked on new moves during the day at home in front of his mirror that he would try out that night at the game. They always got great responses, and he was more well-loved than Steve Martin in his prime. Everything was perfect. Until he was approached by the gambling app Domino Streak to be their new spokesperson. He said yes and recorded a few commercials that were played on TV/radio/the internet. He made a lot of money. Everything was perfect. Until the gambling app started to face public pressure because it was allowing people to bet on things that shouldn't be bet on. Eventually, it got to the point where Domino Streak was allowing people to gamble over who was inside of ambulances. How it worked was, people would wait outside of emergency rooms and bet on the type of emergency the person inside the ambulance was facing, whether it was a broken leg, pneumonia, or a gunshot wound. What started happening was, in order to fix the game, mobsters would injure people in specific ways and then place large bets on Domino Streak. You see, they knew the person coming out of the ambulance would have a broken skull because they broke it. By the time Mitch was aware of this, mobsters had made over $44 million and were investing most of it in companies that were developing new weapons specifically designed to hurt children. So Mitch decided to stop dancing in protest. He would still go to the games. He would still applaud every foul ball, but he would not dance. In fact, when the Jumbotron showed him, he would make mean faces, like a big wrinkled frown with a tongue stuck out in a demeaning way. Not the kind of stuff you'd want to see on a Jumbotron. Eventually, everyone got the message. The app shut down and ambulances lost their purpose. The city sold them and used the money on a skate park named after Mitch. When Mitch tried to do a skateboard trick at the opening ceremony, he died. But his legend lives on. So please, raise a glass to Mitch and then pour the contents out onto your head, as Mitch might have once done. I don't know, I've never actually seen the tapes. The song? Reality TV. The artist? Mitch, who, one night at a party, recorded the vocals to this song, which was made by the famous composer Gilptop Bripplebop. It sounds like a fake name, but it's true, and if you call me a liar, I'll never teach you how to put people into comas that can only be exited with the utterance of a secret phrase. I don't know how to do that. Here's the song.
They watch you just like it's reality TV. What I say, they know what you do, they see. They have my code. never done is something they can watch for fun. I put a little sticker on my laptop screen. They freaked right out and confronted me. What's going on? Is something wrong? If you don't have anything to hide, then you should just abide our terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. But if you don't press a button to agree, then you cannot watch a thing on Crave TV. We need to watch Crave TV shows in Canada. It's got HBO. Plus there are a bunch of great videos of hidden camera schmoes who try to touch their toes. They've hacked into our systems and they've made a hit. It's an MP4 of you taking a shit. I've gotta say that there's something to it. They show us at our worst cause everyone is cursed by terms and conditions. Those terms and conditions. I'm watching what I want to on TV as I watch you watching me watch you watch me.
Well, that'll do it for this week's episode of Song Doers. Before we go, I want to give you an update on the Song Doers' financial situation. Things are not looking good. We are losing an insane amount of money, and I do not know why. I mean, where is the money going? Oh, sorry, one sec. Hello?
Pizza delivery.
Oh, nice.
How much is it? $31.
Okay, here's $1,800. Keep the change.